Hello, welcome back to another Contemplative Living. Well, we're still here in the Dominican, but we have to pre-record. We realized we were talking to one of the owners of the condo, and they said that there's no grounds, and that explains why we had so much electrical noise and hissing in last week's Contemplative Living. So we're pre-recording because we're able to disconnect from all the electronics, shut down pretty much all the electronics, so that we get try to minimize this electrical noise that's just so prevalent here. All right, so, and it's kind of appropriate because today is the 41st anniversary of my initial near-death experience, and I. It always is a special day for me because it's like a new life that I was given, a new reality, a new look into. And one thing that I really learned was how to listen, because suddenly I realized that spirit was a part of my life. And so I learned how to listen. And that's kind of the topic that we're going to talk about today, is we're going to talk about good listening. You know, Spirit once said to me that we train ourselves in compassionate listening and loving speech so we may come together in understanding. And that's really has motivated me in this life to try to listen compassionately and to then develop some loving speech, because good listening is inseparable from right speech. So let's get to it.
Welcome. Now creating a life of peace. This is Contemplative Living with David Bennett. Contemplations and reflections to help with spiritual living. This podcast is made possible by dharmatalks.com.
So we're back, and we're talking about good speech. Spend a moment quietly listening to the sounds as they occur without analyzing the sounds. You know, if we spend a moment and we close our eyes and we take a deep breath, and listen to the world around you without judgment, without any kind of analysis. Listen to the gentle rustle in the wind. Here in the Dominican, we have, there's always a nice tropical breeze. Or to the distant chirping of birds, the rhythmic hum of traffic passing by. We live in real life. There's always something around us. And each sound carries its own story. And in this moment of stillness, allow yourself to be fully present, fully aware of yourself in this symphony of life that's unfolding all around you. In this simple act of listening, without analyzing, we can cultivate a deeper sense of connection with our surroundings and especially with ourselves. So often we're caught up in our thoughts and distractions that we forget to listen to what's happening in the present moment. So go inside the sounds that surround you and notice their fluid nature. As you listen, notice how each sound blends seamlessly into the next, creating a harmonious tapestry of noise that's flowing all around you. But resist the urge to label or categorize what you hear. Just simply let it wash over you. Let it wash over you like a soothing wave. Sound is always floating around us. And when you think of it that way, then you can allow yourself a little bit of detachment. Now, I'm not talking separation, I'm talking just a little detachment so that you can be aware of your higher nature existing within that fluid nature of sound that surrounds you. And when we do, we open ourselves up to the music. We open ourselves up to the music of the world at this moment and in this place. Take this opportunity to pause and to appreciate the beauty of sound. Sound as it dances through your ears, offering glimpses into a world beyond worlds. A world beyond words or explanation. Embrace this moment of pure listening and see where it takes you. Notice the positive and negative habits you might have in listening. We all have them. Have you ever caught yourself interrupting someone mid-sentence? You're eager to share your own thoughts. Or maybe you find yourself zoning out during a conversation, only half listening, especially with those topics that disturb us. Those topics where we wish we could do something more, but we feel we can't. And a lot of times we zone out in those situations because we don't want to hear it, right? Well, these are just a few examples of negative listening habits that we may not even be aware we're doing. Yeah. And on the flip side, there's also the positive habits that can greatly enhance our skills. Do you make eye contact with a speaker? Nodding along, showing you're engaged? Are you attentive and focused on the words, fully present in the moment? These are the behaviors that demonstrate active listening and can foster a better understanding and connection. And by taking notice of both our positive and our negative listening habits, we can work toward improving our understanding and building a stronger relationship. It's important to be mindful of how we listen in order to truly connect, to make that connection. Now, tell yourself that distracting sounds are silent. So they become that way. Imagine a world where all the distractions around you simply fade away at your command. By telling yourself that distracting sounds are silent, you have the power to create a bubble of tranquility in which you can fully immerse yourself in active listening. We just talked about active listening. So close your eyes and visualize the cacophony of noise melting into nothingness as you focus with unwavering attention. Don't force anything when listening. Remain relaxed and listen in a natural way. Listening comes naturally. We don't have to force it. We can breathe and allow ourselves to be in a state of peace while listening. Even if what we're hearing is, not familiar, it's not something that we're wanting to be around, we can still be aware and be at peace and be relaxed while listening. Because our awareness, unified with emptiness, is what really listening to silence. It's what's really listening. When we sit in stillness, allowing our awareness to merge with the emptiness that surrounds us, a profound shift occurs. In this state of unity with silence, we begin to truly listen, not just with our ears, but with every fiber of our being. It's as if the very essence of who we are and who we're becoming becomes attuned to the subtle whispers of existence. And in this space of unified awareness and emptiness, there is no need for words or explanation. The silence speaks volumes. It speaks volumes on its own, revealing truths that resonate deep within us. We know those truths, and we know because our heart can feel the resonance of those truths. And we become like vessels, ready to receive whatever messages the universe has to offer. This is truly listening. It's in these moments of deep listening that insights and revelations can arise effortlessly. Our minds quiet, our hearts open. We become receptive to the wisdom that lies beyond words. This is not just passive listening, it's an active engagement with the infinite possibilities that emerge when we allow ourselves to be fully present in the silent embrace of emptiness. I hope that you can find that stillness within you that allows you to hear not only the world around you and the people that you're with, but the wisdom of the universe that is there to speak to you. Your spirit nature has a message for you, and it's only a matter of quieting yourself so that you can listen. I hope you have a blessed week. Namaste.
Thank you for listening today to Contemplative Living with David Bennett. Please be sure to subscribe, listen, and share with your friends wherever you listen to your podcasts. You can find us on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and the Podbean app. You can find the links to these on David's website, dharmatalks.com, on the Contemplative Living page. Have a blessed week.